Hello everyone, it's DBZ Chicky, and as I shrink my screen here and try to look at the little webcam, I'm getting ready here to start my first, non-introductory post. It's still sort of an introduction, but it's more into the first, you can call them rants, despite how they can sound. I thought it'd be a good one to start. I said I was going to do a lot of Dragon Ball Z, because I've always been a fan. Well, not always, but I've been a fan for a long time, and I thought I'd start with how I became a fan. Not unusual, but not this most normal story, I guess. I was, pardon me, I was in college at the time, and it was on Cartoon Network. Didn't like it at first. I'd just see little bits and pieces. I was a channel surfer, and I see a piece here, see a piece there, and you see all this really odd stuff going on. You're like, what's going on here again? Didn't make a lot of sense. It's not the kind of show you can just like jump in the middle until I get it. It's really convoluted when you get to looking at it. And also, like, the few times I would get interested, I'd be watching an episode and be kind of getting interested and leaning forward, and it'd be, will I be able to defeat them? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. And I'm like, oh, I want to see it now. I don't want to wait the next episode now. Because they're not, like other shows, or there's some like it, there's not a beginning, middle, end specifically. It's sort of just part of a bigger story. So I was seeing it, wasn't this huge fan, and didn't know much about it. Well, then time went on and my schedule had changed, and I was coming home about the same time every day, and it was on. And I was actually watching something else at the time, but I'd flip around on channels, and I'd start watching a little bit of it, a little piece here, a little piece there. Again, sometimes I'd get halfway interested. And it wasn't until the first episode I really sat down and watched, and it was the episode where Frieza kills Vegeta. And Vegeta has sort of this speech as he's dying, and any fan knows what I'm talking about. And I like that. I think I'm secretly be this like super morbid person, because I love these scenes where characters are dying. The character I don't know what this is, but I like that episode. And afterwards I'm sitting here thinking, well, maybe I should start watching it more. The show obviously has some more merit than I was giving it credit for, and I'm debating, and I'm like, well, nah, the character I like just died, and it's not like I'm expecting him to come back anytime soon. Don't laugh that hard. You never saw Dragon Ball Z, you think death is a little more permanent. So, I didn't watch it. This time, they hadn't gone past the whole Frieza Namek saga. They'd get there, and then they'd start the series over, because they didn't go on to the Garlic Jr. saga, and onto the Trunks, and all that. Trunks saga. So I didn't watch it. The show continued. Schedules changed, and wasn't really watching it. Well, then, sometime later, the show had started back over, and I was still, doing the little flipping around channels around that time, and I saw they were on Namek, and I'm like, wait a second, I remember this. This is about the time that character I liked got killed, because there he is, I can see him. And I wasn't totally understanding the whole Super Saiyan thing, because I wasn't completely understanding Saiyans at this point, but, I still liked him. I thought, well, I think I'm going to tape that episode, because it was an interesting episode, and I like to see the full thing. Didn't know exactly what I was new about, and so I set the thing to record, and I'd go home and I'd watch some of it. First episode I remember was like the death of Dende. I remember that one. It's the first one I taped. And then I got to the renewed Goku, which I think that's a Funimation title. I don't know the Japanese title of that episode, but I hate that title. The episode should be called Vegeta gets the crap beat out of him by Frieza, and Goku wakes up at the end. Because, I'm serious, you call the episode of Renewed Goku, he has like 2 minutes at the end. I like Goku, I love him to death, great character. But the 90% of that episode is Frieza beating up on Vegeta. 90% of it. Because you have, Goku's in the tank, it's like, I sense some great power out there. Someone's dying. No, I want to get out of here, and when's this going to be over? And then finally, I'm healed. Gets out on the top of the ship, makes a hole in the ship. It doesn't even think that eventually he might have to use that to escape. That was actually the problem with this ship. There were too many holes in it. Saiyans are just hard on ships. But anyway, I realized I sidetracked. So I ended up taping an episode 2 before. Got that episode, really liked it. I actually watched the tape to the point my tape almost is broken right there. But the VCR was still supposed to record every day, and I'm still at the debate. Should I keep recording, or should I stop? Character I disliked died, blah 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 blah. I'm not going to repeat the fact I didn't think of him coming back again, but I'm like, well, it's already set to record, which actually did a really odd thing that I didn't know at the time. Even the great fans will admit the Goku Frieza battle is very long, and I was starting right at the beginning of this, pretty much, and it's kind of harder to be a fan and become a fan at that point. What happened with me, I was taping it all week because I wasn't home very often around that time, and then I'd watch it like on Friday or Saturday, so I was seeing these huge chunks. And if you watch that battle, I mean, because there's some great scenes in the whole Goku Frieza thing, if you watch it in chunks, it's so much better because you actually get to appreciate all the little pieces of it. I mean, like right now I have the DVD box set, and I love that, because I will sit there and watch it in a chunk. And if you try to watch it every day, just a half hour, it gets pretty monotonous at times, and you're kind of tedious. Then, of course, they use Dragon Balls, and Vegeta comes back. I'm like, oh, cool, there's a character I like. And I have this wonderfully brilliant thought. Oh, so that's why they call the show Dragon Ball. If you'd ever watch it, you don't know. And so I actually recorded. Thank you. Anyway, that's for my lunch. I get it eaten like, maybe at 12:30. I have to go down, pick up the class at 12:15, and then we have lunch at 12:30. I get to enjoy this. Don't tell anybody I'm supposed to be, Weight Watchers, but it's a Dr. Pepper. Nectar of the gods. Anywho, man, I got off track. But no, it's about the time, I really started watching it, I started recording it. I actually recorded every episode on Cartoon Network at that time, because you could buy some of the episodes, but you couldn't really get the whole groups as well. I mean, I think they were doing some sets at the time, but for the most part it was just, you could tape here, and I did have some of them. I bought a few. But they get kind of pricey really quickly. And like I said, I'm totally counting those boxes, but I love them because I have all the seasons they released so far, and so the next season release, you're going to see me there. Buy this. I want to buy this. So at the time, I was a huge fan. I continued watching it. I continued taping it. I collected things. You had some action figures. I had some posters. I got the movies. Oh gosh, we have to have one rant about those movies because I've got some Malaysian. I've got the Malaysian dubs. Oh, they're unique. Let's just say it that way. I had a website for a short period of time too. Now, being a DBZ fan isn't that unusual or odd, and it's less so than it used to be. As well, the show's kind of going past its real point of popularity. But you have that live-action Dragon Ball movie coming out, which I'm not really frightened about that concept. Talk about that later, because I'm not sure. It might be one of those things that's better stay. You better stick with anime, with the animated form. But I want to be the one that wants to watch it, and I'll try to have the most open mind because I'm a pretty decent fan in that way. But still, there's a part of me that goes, well, at least if they totally screwed up, Vegeta wasn't in it. Obviously, I'm a big Vegeta fan. Did have a website for a while. I've done role-playing and everything. And I also wrote rants. And so that's, I guess, the beginning. I can go a lot more, but there's a lot more things. I think I'll save some from some of the others. This wasn't all that weird. This is just me talking. And you saw me get a Dr. Pepper and all that. Now I'm going to pull this screen back up and going to stop it here. Bye, all.